Right, this is the second video regarding ellipse. So we start with example 1. In example 1, find the center, vertices, focus, length of major and minor axis for the following ellipse and sketch its graph. So the first question is x squared over 25 plus y squared over 9 equals to 1. So first we find out the center, which is at the origin, because no h and k in the equation. And also below that we have 25 and 9. So we know that from there the value of A is 5 and B is 3. And then next, since we already know A is greater than B, so first we find out the value of C, that is the value that we need to find the for psi later. So A squared minus B squared, so 25 minus 9, it is 4, that is 16. And also, since A greater than B, so major vertices is parallel on X. So substitute the value of A plus minus 5. So we get negative 50 and 50 for the major vertices. And for minor vertices, it is on the direction of Y. So we substitute the value of B. So plus minus B, so it will be 0, negative 3 and 0, 3 for minor vertices. And then next for psi, we use the value of C here. So plus minus C, so value of psi is negative 40 and 40. Alright, next the question asks about the length of major and minor axis. So 2 times B means that between these two major vertices, so 2 times 5 it is 10. So same also for minor axis. So 2 times 3 that is 6. Okay, so lastly we sketch the graph on the next slide. So this is the graph. So major vertices is at X. So we sketch the major vertice, the parallel line and perpendicular line. So it's parallel to X, and also it's actually located on X-axis. So we can put X and Y on top of that. And also don't forget, you have to label all the vertices, foci, and also the center. And but last and not least, the X and Y axis. So ensuring all labeling is complete, then we'll get the full marks for the sketching the graph. So next for question B. So now is x minus 2 squared over 4 and y minus 5 squared over 16 equals to 1. So from here, we know that the center is 2, 5. Okay. And then the value of A and B is 2 and 4 respectively. So in this case, we notice that A is less than B. Means that in this case, it will be a vertical major axis. And also in this case, to find out the value of C, that is distance between center and foci. So we'll subtract 16 minus 4, so we'll get 12. So we can simplify and we'll get 2 3. So using this information, we can find out first the major vertices. So since the major vertices in on Y, so the changing here is at Y. So center is 5. So 5 is plus minus with 4. So we got 9. And 5 minus 4 is 1. And then for minor vertices, so the changing here is at X. So H plus minus A. So H is 2. So 2 minus 2, the first one is 0. So the other one, 2 plus 2, it is 4. And then for foci, so remember we are in the vertical major axis, so the change here also at Y. So from the center 5, so the first foci 5 plus 2 sub 3, that is for the value of C, and the other foci is 5 minus 2 sub 3. Okay, so you can leave the answer like this, or you can change into decimal. I suggest for sketching graph, better for you to change it into decimal, so that when we later on to want to sketch an x and y axis, so we know that the foci here is located below or above the axis. Okay, right. So next, the length of major axis. So remember, the major axis here is y, so 2 times b, so 2 times 4, which is 8. And also the length of minor axis at x, so 2 times a, that is 2, so we get 4. Okay, so don't forget this is the graph. So remember, sketch the ellipse and then the parallel and perpendicular line. And then make sure you label all the vertices, foci, and also the center. And then don't forget also to sketch the x and y axis. So check the value of x and y to make sure that the location or axis is correct. So the lowest value of x here is 1. So x axis should be below our ellipse. And then look at our minor vertices. So our minor vertices, the lowest one is at 0. So it means that our y-axis is passes through the minor vertices. Okay. Right. So next we move to the second example. So find the center, vertices, and foci for this ellipse. So in order to answer this question, you have to do completing the square. So before we complete the square, we rearrange according to x and y, and we move constant 25 to the right hand side. So here after we rearrange x and y, so straightforward we factorize 4 because we have 4x and negative 16. So you can factorize 4. So inside here is x squared minus 4x. So y squared, the coefficient is 1, so no need to factorize. Alright, so next we complete the square. So after you complete the square, minus 2 squared, so it is minus 4. And then don't forget to put the square bracket here because minus 4 here still need to multiply with 4 outside here. Okay. And then here for y, so don't forget minus 25 here. Right, so next. So we expand 4 minus 4 is 16. So we bring jadi it will be for positive 16 on the right hand side. And here negative 25 negative 25 they will actually cancel out. So that's why we got only 16 here for constant. And then lastly, don't forget right hand side it is 1. So you have to divide everything with 16. So 4 over 16 that will be over 4. So here over 16 equals to 1. Okay. So from here we know that the value of A and B below here, which is the value of A is 2 and the value of B is 4. Okay. Right, next to find the value of C. So since B greater than C, so 60 minus 4, so the value of C will be 12, or you can write down as a 2 times 3. Okay. So from there we can find out the center, which is 2, 5. The foci, so you can give 12 or 2 3 also can, which one you prefer. So remember, our cases here is vertical major axis because B greater than A. So the changing coordinate here is at y. Okay, so 5 minus C, that is 12, and the other one 5 plus C, that is 12, positive 12. Okay, and then vertices. So remember we have vertices on major and minor axis. So minor axis will be on x. So we use A value here. So from the center, so 2 minus 2, 0, and then 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, and then for major vertices, so we use value B. Okay, so change it at y. So 5 minus 4, it is 1, and then 5 plus 4, it is 9. Right, so this is how we find the center, vertices, and foci. So next we have another question, this one B. So again we computing the square, this one. So this time for y we have to factor out 4. So factor out 4 inside y will be y squared minus 4y. And then further on we completing the square. So here we have minus 1 and then here minus 4. And as I said in the previous example, so minus 4 here we need to expand with 4 outside here. So it will be 16 and then 1. So all together here we bring to the right hand side. So after we sum of this, we got 25 on the right hand side. So lastly we will divide left hand side all with 25. So right hand side will become 1. So here over 25 and here is 4. So 4 over 25. Okay, so from here the value of A is 5, okay, because A squared is 25. And then for B, so be very careful this one. The value of B is not 4 over 25, but it's actually 25 over 4. Because we read below here. So below here it should be 25 and then we bring 4 over 25. Below 25. Okay, so it will be 25 over 4 and not 4 over 25. Okay, because this is a common mistake that students do when we have a fraction here. So since B squared is 25 over 4, so the value of B will be 5 over 2. Okay, so after we get the value of A and B, don't forget, next we have to find out the value of C. So C, the larger one is B, A. So A greater than B. So means that A squared minus B squared. So 25 minus 25 over 4. So then we get 75 over 4. So simplify 75 because we have to square root this one. So we get 5 sec 3 over 2. So that's the value of C. Okay, next we can write down the equation, the coordinate of center. So the coordinate of center is 1, 2, okay, from the standard form here. And then the foci. So remember, in this case, A greater than B, so major vertex, we have a horizontal major axis. So the changing plus minus C here is at X. So -1 plus C, that is 5 sec 3 over 2, and then the other one, -1 minus 5 sec 3 over 2. Okay. And then we have a major and minor vertices. So remember, for minor vertices, since the major is at X, so the minor is at Y. So changing the at Y here. So K is 2. So 2 minus 25 over 4. 2 minus 5 over 2. And the other one, 2 plus 5 over 2. So we got 9 over 2 and -1 over 2. Okay, so this is for minor vertices. Right, so for major vertices, okay, the change here is X. So the center here is -1, so -1 plus 5 and -1 minus 5. Okay, so that's right. So that's for this video. So don't forget, there's still another video. We discuss example 3 on that video.